Welcome back to Orwell, Ignorance is Strength, where our handler is being an ignorant idiot and not letting us upload relevant information. And also, we still don't have a really clear-cut idea of what our intention is here. Well, what's on the... Why are you marking this now? I already looked through all of this. I guess I didn't look here. Okay. But this wasn't marked before. Okay. His email address, that's going to be relevant. The location that he lives will be relevant. Rent for the month was due. Payment records state the outstanding amount has not been received. Third time. This feels like relevant information. Again. Rent being overdue multiple times. If you've made a payment in the past 3 business days, please disregard this letter. Overdraft fee, bank account. So we have a bank account number, which we can probably look up as financial information, I'm sure. I guess we can leave that for now. Browser history. Buddy. Rabond. Are you just... No version of this makes any sense. He says he's got his way to call out the... No, because actually... No, he's just flying by the seat of his pants. He sucks at this. He's a low-quality writer, and he's literally searching for... He's talking big to his wife and brother about how he's gonna call out the president or the prime minister tonight, but it's 10 a.m. and he's looking for basic sources and he's reading fucking tabloids to try and look for dirt? Dude, you don't have a plan. What are you doing? Alright, let's look at his bank account. Anonymous transaction. So you have a negative balance. This is not how a balance sheet works. What? Huh? Oh, this is the it's ascending order. So this is the latest transaction. Okay. So you were overdrawn here. I guess. What do you mean anonymous transaction though? I mean, that's not how banks work, but... Okay, so we know his salary is this much. Wow, he's literally down to the pennies at the end of a month. Receives a salary. Right. Pretty meager if you ask me. Yeah, I would agree, but if you... This is definitely not how he made enough money to start over. There must be more than that. Yes, I am trying to upload the other piece of information, but for some reason you feel the need to spend 10 minutes of my time. You know what? You know what, Ampleford? This whole thing is going to shit because of you. You know why? Because you tell me how, oh, it takes 10 minutes to process every piece of information that I upload. No, it doesn't. It takes 10 minutes because every time I upload a piece of information, you have to get in my fucking ear and run your mouth about how you've got you've got an opinion on something. Let me upload the information and I can draw the conclusions myself. Fuck off. So this is the money Ilya was referring to when he spoke about quitting his job, I presume. We must trace the money back to its origin and see where it came from. I swear to God, if I find out like hours and hours from now that it came from his winnings as at the card championship, I'm going to flip my shit. We already know this. It's well, I shouldn't say it's obvious. It's pretty clearly leading. People's Voice, published an article, Sarton's lies. That's big talk for somebody who's looking through tabloids right now, dude. Okay. You're still telling me to look at this page even though I have nothing I can put there. I mean, I don't know anything about the game even. All right. I don't know. What information is actually relevant? Maybe we should take a peek at Karen as well, since we've got some of her info. Her employment is probably relevant. Figured as much. The Rehabilitation Council is responsible for servicing all the refugee encampments nationwide. Yeah. Nothing new came from that? I can't look up the rehab council or something? They don't have a website? How about this? A deserter, that's unusual. Deserters aren't granted social support easily. In fact, due to the safety bill, they are even prohibited from it. Perhaps she is counseling this deserter illegally. We should have look into the matter. Editing, guys, editing. I'd recommend you search for official documentation on this veteran. File schedules, everything you can get your hands on. Report anything that seems fishy about this veteran to me immediately. I mean... Okay. Yeah, I guess this does say a National Army veteran. Hologram. Hey, you know, if you have a surveillance system and you're trying to identify people and they say there's a person of interest, and they say, oh, there's somebody getting illegal counseling, whatever the fuck that means, we'll leave the judgment separate from that. Maybe take the picture from the event where you think somebody was present that you don't know about but are interested in, and upload that and look into it. I don't know. Insert location name or address here to search through your album. So does that mean I need to upload the Well, wasn't that part of the post? Hold on. I hate this interface. It's so bad. Here, this is what I want. Bonton City? I mean, you just opted not to include this information, but you want me to know where it is so that I can upload it to that. Unless it's just another red herring. But if you don't even... If it's a red herring, then at least give me the opportunity to make the mistake. I can't do that. I guess is the alternative to pull the other picture from here that I don't... No, I can't pull this either. So what's the point? Let's see. Clearly comes from a wealthy family. Abuses power and influence. Not slightly interested in solving a conflict. Fuels the fire. Doing lobbyists a favor. Turns out these people are his golf buddies. Sounds like typical politician. Most detestable human that has ever walked the surface of this earth. Okay. I'm actually going to stand on my soapbox for a second here because this is something that really annoys me. Especially in modern discourse, whether journalism or pseudo-journalism, whether politics or non-political. It's never a good look to attack somebody's like features, let's say. Like, if you can make... I just noticed he put the name Shitface as his middle name. That's really petty. this whole thing is not a good look. If you have a criticism of an individual, of a public personality that you think is seriously problematic, absolutely, you should raise those issues. But saying, I don't like this person, and also they're ugly, and also they're, you know, they do ethically questionable things. Like, it's easy to say, oh, they're his golf buddies. Okay, but I mean, even that one's on the cusp. At least it's factual, and raises questions about allegiances and fairness. But then, if that's what you mean, say that rather than saying, you know, he's these are not based claims. Like, if you want to, from a journalistic perspective, or just from a compelling writing perspective, if you're trying to change people over to your side, your viewpoint, this is a terrible way to do it. Like, if people already have your viewpoint, this will get them fired up, probably, if they're not thinking too much about it. But if your intention is to garner further support, to further support your points, and ensure that they're, you know, to basically show yourself to be a trustworthy source who says meaningful things, then just calling him names, and even if it should be obvious to you, he's a liar, a cheat, an abuser, a corrupt politician, those are all well and good, but you need to still support your points. This has been a trend in discourse, well, since before this game was made, but is certainly elevated in the last few years, of just like, let's just attack, let everybody from every side just does low blows all the time. So and so is ugly, so and so is old, so and so is sleepy, so and so, and it's like, okay, those things all are true probably, but are you saying anything meaningful? Are you being journalistically compelling, or are you just, you just taking cheap shots at people to make yourself feel better? This is like not even a partisan thing at this point. I mean, I think it's pretty evident to anybody who views my content where I lie on that spectrum, but like, it's just bad. It's bad journalism, it's bad writing, and it's not compelling if you're trying to be convincing. So don't do that. I mean, to say that this is not my first criticism of Raban's writing. This whole, like, our perspective from the Orwell side of things is definitely skewed in favor of, very skewed for the nation, and the nation itself has lots and lots of problems. But also, I don't think that changes the fact that the people's voice looks like an inflammatory rag. It's very, pop revolutionary and less scathing reviews and deep dive journalism. But then again, that's sort of the state of journalism these days. We rarely have deep dive journalism anymore. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox. So I guess this is the only relevant thing on this page for some reason, is her portrait. Yeah, this is like the only thing. I don't know. I kind of don't want to waste time in this sense, uploading her picture, but whatever. Oh, you know what? Her name is probably relevant because it means she has a different past under a different name we might be able to find information about. Levine? Like Elizabeth Levine, the politician? Oh, I did. If that was something I was supposed to recognize myself, I didn't. But it does, I was right about her other name being relevant. You are logged in. Well, why did it take until that to get in here? Okay. Issued and registered devices. Privately owned by employee, unregistered, and sent to address. Okay, interesting. Patient's full name or social security number here. Well, we know she was the counselor for both of them? So let's see. Does that come up? Patient is inactive. Deeply responsible for what has happened, but is unable or unwilling to describe the exact events. Reclusive and aggressive when being confronted with questions regarding this incident. Sounds like perfect marriage material, really. Is this relevant? I don't know. But let's see. It's not expending time for me to make these searches. Why is this relevant here? But the other one isn't. This is kind of leading. Okay. Mr. Vard had been taking care of his brother with great devotion. Signs of severe distress and trauma. Symptoms include anxiety, nightmares, insomnia, and lack of appetite. I mean, that's a lot of reason to not want to be a lot of places. Apparently that wasn't relevant, though. Fine, I'll upload this bit. Are you going to do anything with that? Quite unsurprising, Ilya's support should be terminated by now. Yeah, so why did you highlight it? That's on you. Why did the system highlight it like it was relevant? That's annoying. It doesn't highlight things that seem meaningful to me, but then highlights things that it then tells me I'm an idiot for uploading. First suspect in connection with assaults arrested. Again, this is for the last... for the previous game. So it was Karen. I don't like that I already looked at this picture and now it's acknowledging it. Okay. Let's do this. Overdue rent. Meaning Ilya is in need of money. Yeah, we already knew that. Browser history. Is You're literally on a site that says has gossip in the URL. Come on, man. Don't you have any integrity? Let's put his... Oh, you know what? Let's put his email in that. That'll open something else up, I'm sure. Or not. Somehow. Good. His address might come in handy. Well, nothing's coming in handy so far. Kind of annoyed by this whole thing. Maybe I need to stop overthinking it and just upload everything that isn't, like, stupid. But that's the thing. So many of these things seem completely irrelevant and stupid that I don't know what is and isn't relevant anymore. it's given me this piece of information multiple times. So I'm just going to upload it. Apparently it's relevant. Together with his brother Raban makes sense. Yeah. So why is this sudden... We already knew this. Why is this suddenly opening up a new document? Okay, so we have his identity number. We should already know this. None of these pieces of information should be new to us. Article published scheduled for April 14th at 6 p.m. This is your slap in the face to get yourself arrested? This is a fluff piece, dude. You remember what I was saying earlier about, you know, just making personal attacks that are not, sits on his fat ass in his mansion playing virtual golf. Okay, I mean, sure, whatever. Like, yeah, it's a bad look, but it's not inherently... It's not a good argument. It's not a good journalistic argument. Let's see. Okay, this is completely new. Spreading pictures of himself. It's a facade. Can you prove that anyway? He owns the media and owns the legal system. He has to. His family's been proven to be involved in an international crime network. Are you going to cite any sources on this? I mean, I'm, you know, giving some leeway for the fact that this is a video game and they're not, you know, fully fleshing every single thing out. But you could put some fake links in there and just be like, oh, here's the documents. Or, actually, just put the actual documents in here. We've got this website where we can look at stuff. Where is it? It's this one, right? Perco Leaks. Great place to look for, you know, insider information. Cite a source. Why does this keep bothering me? Am I supposed to put his alias in here? No matches against his opponent. Yeah. Wait, search by name. Oh. Has he played again? Who was this person? I can't choose this, so it's not that. You didn't play against Karen, did you? Why do they keep pushing this like it's important? Okay, I don't know why. Did it finally disappear? Maybe it was just a bug until I tried to use the search. Or it wouldn't go away until I tried to use the search. Okay. What is the conflict here? Well, whatever. We'll put this in so that they can tell us that they're upset that he's gonna publish. This must be the provocation you spoke about. Whatever our course of action is, we need to take it before 6 p.m. Okay, I already knew that. I mean, if you have this access, why not just like sabotage his website or something, you know, or rewrite his article? What are we looking for to get leverage? I can put his immigration date in there, but I don't think it's relevant. Hold on, what is the age gap here? They are 9 years apart. Okay, never mind. They're a little further apart than I thought. Still not, like, drastic, though. Hold on. I actually want to look at that. I don't know. You're gonna tell me those two kids have a 9-year age gap? This kid's 4 and this kid's 13? Maybe. 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 I don't know. I don't know. It's not convincing me. Okay. There was nothing else in here, right? It was just the 2 pieces of information we already put in. Okay. I guess we can put more information about Karen then. Can't just storm or bomb Karen's home, but perhaps the address will be of other use to us. You didn't already know where they lived? Oh, you know what we can do? Hold on. I forgot about this. This is buried way down here, which... No, this is not the search we want. Isn't there another search for individuals? Hold on. Are they far enough apart in age that Ilya also... Hold on. Wasn't there a search for attendees? Your brother wasn't there, was he? Oh, that was the date. No, never mind. But no, if... How long ago was this attack? They both would have been adults, right? Yeah. This was... He was born... Ilya was born in 83, which still makes him... what? Like, 30... No. Wait. 83... 34? I can't do math. It's way too late. And okay. So not that. Don't think we have anything for Perco leaks. Anything else in here? I feel like maybe these other names would be relevant if we wanted to find out who his friends and stuff are. Fuck it. Still single. Not relevant. Oh, this creates a new profile. Okay, let's do this one. We can at least learn the conflict between the two of them, maybe? Or not. You really have nothing to say about that one? Okay, let's, what does this say? It's be urged to help investigate disappearance of medical supplies. Presence at work during the late shift. Wait, but you... Hold on. Which one is it? Was he not present, or did you... or did he steal stuff? It can't be both. Missing supplies at Ilya's workplace, and it is unclear whether he was there or not. Smells dirty. Or his friend is shitty and was the one stealing on the off shift. I mean, that would be... If his friend is not his friend... and in fact used their faked switched shift that they hid as an opportunity to throw Ilya under the bus and steal stuff, that would be different. Not to forget, he actually got a bunch of money in his bank account. We don't quite know where it came from. If you could somehow prove Ilya was present and able to steal supplies, we could go for an arrest on him. Check his alibi, find out what he was doing at the time the supplies disappeared. Okay. Now it's relevant. Pretty vague plan. See whether you can confirm he was really on a date instead of working. You're not going to give me any new resources about that? I don't think I can prove anything. Do we not have his phone? Where's the resource that I need here? This is internal phone. Oh, he's got a really nasty schedule. I could understand. I didn't notice this before. I could understand why he would want to leave this. Why are his hours so fucking random? 10 to 7, 6 to 3. Wait, 10 to 7. Logged in, logged out, logged in 35 minutes late. Logged out 1 minute after. You logged in three and some change hours before your shift, and then logged out like over 3 hours before you were supposed to leave. Okay, I mean, I guess that's fine. No explanation, but I would think this, if this is automated, that it would flag that. I'm at a loss here. We'll throw this in. Only lately did something change in his life. I mean, looking at his finances, I don't think so. How he got that money is a different question, but we have no evidence to connect him. We have no evidence to connect him to a theft, and we have no evidence to connect him to how he got that money. The best are the most clear line to any money is his oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't recognize the name of the... So because I saw this first... Hey, can we... How do we get Roland's name in here? That's what this is about. This is about the card game. I skimmed over it. But I can't pick up Roland's name? Do you think that might be relevant for the search tool you've handed me? I don't like being ahead of the game. I've talked about this before. When a video game hands you a puzzle, it is hard to balance, but the two things you don't want to do are be too far ahead or be too far behind your player. If you are too far ahead of them, they get lost and confused, and then you end up revealing puzzle pieces that they don't understand, or a conclusion that doesn't make sense to them because they didn't get all the information. if you're too far behind, then they get annoyed that they have a bunch of information that they can piece together, but you're not letting them piece together yet. This is the latter, where, hey man, the fact that he's playing a game where he can win a bunch of money and he's got a friend at work who plays it with him, none of those are pieces of information that I have access to play with, which is really annoying. Alright. Let's take a break. We'll come back to this.